And without further ado, I want to introduce our next guest. We are going to go over about 10 minutes, but that's why we made a super juicy long lunch break for you guys. And I have to say, make sure you get back by 3. We have a really fun, special, activating, joyful, playful surprise for you. And those of us on the leadership team, we are feeding everyone on the leadership team. So stay with us to help make this surprise happen for everyone else. So I want to introduce to you one of my dearest, most sacred sisters. Oh my goodness. This is, when you're a leader, there's a certain people that, you don't always want to go to everyone with what's going on for you, right? And so this sister is somebody I personally go to. I know she holds a sacred space of non-judgment and just pure presence. And she's a divine channel, my friend Lisa McCardle. She's a spiritual coach, a divine teacher, a sacred rebel. We're both sacred rebels. And an insightful, intuitive, a full-body spirit channel for the Light Council. She has incredible gift with words. I've probably never heard anyone that alliterates like this woman. And she's a creator of magic, mystery, manifestation, and miracles. She plays in the multidimensional realms of consciousness, and she walks side by side next to people through the remembrance of their greatest truth, so they may rise up sovereign and free in the truth of their sacred divinity. Lisa offers one-on-one coaching as well as her memberships. And I'll just say, Lisa has been through more this year than most people I know. I'm so honored to have her here to share with us today.
Thank you. I have a mic. I love you. I love you. Thank you. There's a spot right here where the light shines right in my eyes. It's absolutely magical. How's everyone doing? What a day so far, huh? Have we not unearthed so much so we can rise up in our remembrance? We are going to go into a ritual. That's what came through me, was to ritualize some of the experiences we've had so far today. And since today's focus is very much on where we have been, where we are, how we're coming into this experience as we move into an acceleration over the days that are to come, as we move into the fullness of the 11:11, to the transmissions, and into the rise. So the ritual felt important today. It feels really important to bring ritual back into, and ceremony back into our experiences. In our culture, we don't have as much ritual. And as we rise up in the remembrance of who we are, it is time that we re-ritualize. Laura, thank you so much. Part of my intention was to clear some of the stones in our bowl of light. Do you know that song? Trevor Hall. Maybe Nicole will play it for us at some point, but that was part of the inspiration for what we're going to do today. So you all have some rocks. Your job is to make sure that you put your name or something that is significant to you on it, because we're going to use them in ritual. They will be purified and returned back to you after lunch. So while I'm sharing a little bit, I would love it if you would use this opportunity to make sure you can identify your sacred object. And as I'm speaking, you could also begin to set some intentions. Not that there's any rocks left in your bowl of light after that beautiful activation, and part of the journey that we're on of moving this energy through this density and beyond, Spirit keeps showing me this, galactic connection where we take our right hand up and touch the stars and the masculine, and we take our left hand down to be in the great remembrance of Mama Gaia, this earth to heaven, and that the transmission occurs through the heart. So when you are wanting to be in the remembrance, be sure to get your physical body involved in the experience. It also turns into the cross, which also comes into the deliverance of our heart. So Nicole asked me to share some of my story, which is really interesting because in a deep ceremony over the last couple of days, I had made an agreement to put my story to rest. So, as we are all in the great death portal, to be remembered, resurrected in our remembrance of who we are at soul level. Really, truly, what I want to say to each and every one of you is thank you. Thank you for hearing the calling to come here this day, but also thank you for being willing to embody this intense life cycle of humanity that we are experiencing and walking through. Thank you for your willingness, for your bravery, for your conviction, your commitment, your holy communion, you and I tied together in commonality, to be here on earth plane, and to rise this frequency up, to remember who you are, so that we can all rise up remembered and usher in this new earth. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to speak to the fact that this journey isn't always easy. So, I have this really great astrology friend. And I did a reading with her a couple of years ago. And she said, "Oh, Lisa, your life isn't going to look anything the same in 2 years. Nothing is going to look the same." And I was like, yay, I'll release the 20 pounds, my book will come out, my business will go, I'll travel the world, all these great things are going to happen, I'll buy the house. I had no idea what was in store. So I start writing the book. And it's a book about ascension, and one of these days soon, it will all be in our hands, not just in my heart. And Spirit speaking, and it's telling me, presence is key, and then we connect, we rise, and we must deconstruct. Deconstruction is not fun, but we're all doing it together. One of the chapters in my book is Rise or Release. And we're being summoned into this great experience as we are collapsing the karmic play of third dimensionality. That everything that we created from that 3D lens that had us in the great illusion of separation, that attachment outside of ourselves. If I have this, if I'm in that holy communion, then I will be. When I have the money here, then I shall. When I own this, when that has happened, all of these external things that when they are in place, then I shall. Right? The great illusion. And all of these relationships that we summoned and we've created, even through our familial, even through our birth families, our family of origin, right? These karmic completions. We are being summoned at this time to have everything rise, or it must release. Can you relate? Are you letting go? Is it fun? You are brave. You are powerful. Spirit keeps saying there are only 3 points of connection that hold any power and that are going to bring you home in the great remembrance as you rise up renewed, resurrected, and fully remembered. It is connection to self, connection to higher self. Thank you for that beautiful 8th chakra activation. And connection to source itself. And when that holy trine is really activated and optimized, then we can begin, and with the holy grace of what is, walk that path of letting go of all of that illusion and everything we'd attached to outside of ourselves because we thought we would be stronger, braver, or more safe in relationship to it. The great illusion. Thank you for clearing our illusions. So I'm writing the book, and I get to the phase of deconstruction. I get notice that the house that my husband and my son and I had lived in is on the market to sell in a really hot California market. I attempt to buy the house, doesn't work. Through the process of knowing we have to move, it becomes clear to me that my 15-year marriage relationship is at a point where it is not rising, therefore it must be released. So I go through the holy communion of communication with my beloved of, I don't know, I just know I can't do this anymore, I don't know anything, I don't know. but I'm willing to walk ahead until I know something. And being able to be really clear and transparent in the unknown allowed us to rise into a conscious uncoupling. I didn't know where I was going to live, so I put my things into a house that opened up at 10 days before I had to move, across the street with my cat, and I was on a plane to Maui. I was going to finish my book. I got to Maui, and all that happened was the swirling of energy. Spirit was like, you just have to be in the water. You cannot work, you cannot write, you just shoo, 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 shoo. You must prepare. You must get really good with death. Because when you are fearless in death, you are forever free, is what Spirit said. Spirit said you will die 100 lifetimes to be reborn 101 times. I was like, well, yeah, lots of lifetimes happening here. Spirit meant that year. I got called back to California a week early because it was like the only flight that would work. Spirit was definitely in charge. And I'm back 42 hours when I get the call that my partner has been rushed to the hospital. And 2 hours later, he was dead. I had to call my son, who was going to turn 19 in 3 days, and let him know that his dad had passed on. The initiation of death was like nothing I had ever experienced. And I am deeply grateful because it is an initiation of the greatest remembrance of unity, of letting go, of trust, and of surrender that I have ever walked. I was 52 years old and I had never dealt with death. So I say this and I tell you this, not to make this about me and my experience at all, but I know every single one of you is walking through some kind of a death portal because you're a human being on the planet right now. We are grieving intently and intensely as a collective. We are letting go of souls that we love. We are letting go of family members. We are letting go of houses. We are letting go of the 5 and the 10-year dream of who we were going to be and the goals and all the bullshit of third dimensionality. We have to let it go, right? Are you letting it go? And then I had to move again. And Spirit was like, you're going to Sedona. And I was like, what? So then I had to let go of my 27-year community, too. I was like, you have taken it all. And the beauty of it is the resurrection, as you had said, Suzanne. No matter, it's like this lasso, right? This boomerang. It's almost like the further down we go, you got to hit the bottom of the pond to have a space to jump up and bounce back out of, right? So it's like this up and down through the dimensions, through the rise, the rise, clearing away the old so that we can be fully remembered and come into Holy Communion as we birth this earth. So we're doing it. I'm grateful for every step I have walked. It is the hardest journey that I have ever done in the consciousness of this lifetime. I am forever changed. I am deeply humbled. And I know I do not walk this path alone. We walk this together. We must let go of the illusions, of the attachments outside of ourselves, of the stories, of the to-do lists. We have to let it go. And if you cannot let it go in this moment, you let it be until you know fully how to release it. So part of what is wanting to come through this day is to ritualize the release. So I'm going to invite you all to take your stones and meet me in a circle below. Yeah? You can leave all your things on the table. These tables might have to be pushed back just a little bit. I know it's not great for our family, our soul family that's not here in person, but we're all here. So if we want to form a circle, as much space as we can. And if you need to push those tables back, we're totally allowed to make things messy because this life can be messy, right? Sometimes. Beautiful and messy. So just take a moment to look around as we come a little bit closer to each other energetically. And gaze into your brothers and your sisters, your soul family that is gathered here. And the invitation for this is to come into the great remembrance that we are not solo anything walking this path. That great illusion of separation, it is cast into the center of this circle now to be transmuted into something that is greater, holier, and more true. That every single one of us literally we're walking each other home. And sometimes we do it on our knees, and sometimes we soar great into the heavens with our angel wings. But not one of us is doing it alone, yeah? So I'm going to just welcome that we're going to create. Interpreter Ron did such a beautiful initiation of this space this morning. I would like to summon in this now moment that a circle within a circle be created. And that this space, whether we are here in flesh or those who we are bringing in through the energetic realms and those who are with us through distance, through visual camera, that the circle is cast, and it is a cast circle of great communion, of golden light, that it is safe, that a portal to Mama Gaia is created in the center of this, through the center of our beings, so that that which is complete may be transmuted, used as fertilization for something that is greater, as that springboard that rises us back up, resurrected, renewed, remembered, and ascended. And that all of the earthly creatures that are here to support us come in their great remembrance and gather around, pulling any pieces and parts of ourselves through time back, fragmented or otherwise, washed in light, coming back, coming home to roost, to rest within the deep remembrance of your soul in this moment. Take a breath. We'll bring our ancestors, if it makes sense and serves on high, to stand behind us, knowing that that which we lay to rest shall also be granted through their great remembrance as well. And to those who shall come after us, we do this humbly in service and honor of all the generations, past, present, and future. Welcoming the sacred, holy, divine mothers to bestow their grace and compassion upon us. Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, the Magdalenes, the Sophias, Isis. Holding the divine feminine template. Maybe your left hand goes down to the earth to receive the template codes through the palm of your left hand. And raising the right hand up towards the heavens, bringing in the sacred divine masculine in all of its expressions. The one standing is Jesus, Buddha. Those who have been named and unnamed stand in our presence and remember us now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bringing in the galactics, the Council of Light and all of its 13 expressions. We thank you for being here and bestowing your great remembrance and power through us this day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We set this space as holy. We set it as light. We set it as an offering so that we shall no longer carry any stones in our bowls of light. And as you bring your hands together to the heart space with your rocks somewhere in between them, I'm going to encourage you and invite you that if there's anything that remains from the bounty of this day that still sits heavy within you, within the cellular memory of you, within the emotion, within your mind, within your spirit, within your physical, mental, spiritual, emotional bodies. If there is anything that is calling forth, not from the aspects of your mind, but from the truest calling that it is ready to be let go of, then rise it up into your heart. Offer it through the transmission of this stone. And speak it, either with your words into the stone. I release. I let go. I transmute. Whatever it is for you, speak it. And if the words do not want to spill, because of the privacy of which you are holding them within, then let them spill from the truest heart song, the voice of your highest heart. Speak them into the stone now. Grounding your feet down, opening your first chakra so that Mama Gaia might purify through the womb space that each of us hold, so your dreams and intentions might have a crystal clear bowl of light of which to be made manifest. Opening your crown so that the codes of light might come all the way through and take the void of the space of that which you are extracting for transmutation. If you feel called to put your saliva onto the rock, so it might hold the essence of your DNA. I'm continuing to ask if there is anything else that is left that is wanting to be laid to rest. I would be honored to gather your stones. I would be honored to witness your release. If your tears are flowing, I'm going to come around to you one by one. Hold on. I want to look into your eyes as I take it, and I will look into your eyes. If there are tears, put them into the stone. Know on this day, on the 8th day, 9th day, number of completion. In the 11th month, number of mastery. In the 6th year, the number of the mother, to hold compassion and love and grace for you. That through this ritual, you shall be set free. And so too shall those who came before you, and those who shall come after you. Thank you for doing the deep work. Thank you for holding this in your hearts. It's heavy. This is heavy. I might need help. I got it for now. I will call upon the spirits of those who are stronger. And fortitude and conviction to hold the weight. And please do know that as you offer this over, you are offering through the grief of humanity that those too shall be set free. Thank you. It's loud and messy sometimes. Don't worry about it. I feel like we should sing a song, but I'm not much of a songstress.
A song of love.
Thank you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Again. Hallelujah. 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 And may we have a moment to acknowledge that the masculine is here to serve and support the feminine. May it be so. Hallelujah. 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 It is done. Hallelujah. 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 Would you be so kind to let them in the middle? Thank you. Woo! That is a heavy, heavy, heavy load. Thank you. And really, truly thank you. Part of, well, it doesn't matter. We're all learning to navigate and to open to the great receiving, are we not? So thank you. So as this day has been marked clear, let's take hands, left up, right down. Your left hand up, your right hand down. Left up. It'll get right down. You got this. I know we're all expanded beings, but we still live in a body, and there's a left and a right, apparently. But maybe that'll collapse with time, too. Who knows? Okay. So we are going to go around the circle and take our hand to the heart of the one that is next to us and look into their eyes and say, it is done. It's done. And you're going to keep the hand at the heart. We might have to make the circle a little smaller to reach each other. So you're going to keep your hand at their heart. So everyone's left hand in time will be at the heart of the one that is next to them. Left hand to the heart. You keep it there once it's placed there. There we go. We must commune this through the heart. Love is the way. It's the only way. Take a deep breath. Let that energy move through your physical bodies. Transmute it. Offer it from heaven down to earth. And gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for taking this burden and this weight from me. So that I might rise, have new and remembered. So we might rise, new and remembered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to drop your hands down, but hold the hand of the person that is next to you. And you're going to open your gaze nice and gentle, about just a couple of inches or a foot. I mean, we don't have a lot of space, so, use your imagination in front of you. And I want you to cast a symbol, spiral, circle, rose, it doesn't matter, whatever it is for you, cast a symbol in front of you. And speak the words in your heart, I am. And proclaim what it is that you are willing to stand in. I am love. I am whatever it is for you. Find your truth. I am, your word is your wand. It is an abracadabra. As you speak it, so it shall be created. Cast your spell of truth and step out of the shadow of the old. And we are going to each together, we are going to take our right foot. We are going to say, I am And we are going to step into the truth of what we are proclaiming to become. I am free. And feel for a moment as you step into the truest resonance of what it is you are claiming, leaving the stones, the weight, the worry, the wonder of the third dimensionality behind you. Feel what it feels like to be in the great becoming, the great remembering, the great reclamation of the I am. As it is true, it shall be stated, and so it shall become. And we send our energy to the earth and thank her. Thank you, Mama Gaia. Thank you for transmuting this, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to rise with you, our womb to your womb, so we shall rise, purified, clear, and clean into the light. Thank you. And to your own heart space, thank you for the I am that I am, for this mission that I have said yes to in this lifetime. May it be bountiful, may it be pure, may it be filled with love into the heavens. To the great remembrance, to the grand central sun, to the star systems. Thank you for the light that you bestow, and we know that you need us up to rise just as much as we do. And thank you for being our collaborators and our co-creators in this. Thank you for remembering us through our DNA, to our mission, to our star-seated selves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And look to the people, these great souls, for it is complete. Yes! Yay! We did it! We are free! Okay, you got to get 11 hugs before you go to lunch because it's a thing. And I just want to say, just to finish, I'm going to do a clearing with these over lunch, and they will be back on the table. When you come in, grab your stone, infuse it with your I am statement, and we'll get moving on.
Damn, Mama. I'm still on microphone. Oh, I know. I love you. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's so beautiful. I'm so glad you didn't get that paper.
I know. It's supposed to be.
Don't step on the rocks. Hey, Nicole, can you play that song, Bowl of Light? Sure. Okay. Hey.
That was incredibly beautiful, sweet dear. Oh, yes.
So.
Everybody, we're going to be back in this room 3 o'clock sharp, okay? 3 o'clock. Does everybody hear that? 3 o'clock. This road is full of magical places to eat. Right across the street is Colt Barbecue. Listen to this song.